kind of saying that in a place like that, an area or a state where there's heavy hunting pressure and a lot of these older bucks are being taken, that you won't see as much buck sign because basically these young
No,
bucks,
you won't.
they don't know what they're
You
doing.
won't in a heavily hunted herd. And it will be late. You won't see it in September or early October. You won't see it until just about the time the breeding season starts. No, that rubbing. Scraping behavior of adult bucks in our northern populations. Of course, our deer might migrate, say, 50 miles from where they summer to where they winter. The bucks are included. So when they come back in the spring, those bucks are inclined to rescent a lot of their scrapes. They may not necessarily scrape them, but if you monitor those limb tips that hang out over the scrape and kind of wipe them off with something and went back and checked them, you'll find that there's deer hair on there and there's oily secretions. So they come back to their original home range and identify it. So if you miss shooting one of these mature bucks one year and he survives the winter, you have a second chance there if you can figure out what he's doing. Now, he might have a summer range that is relatively small, and then come breeding season, he may cover a very large area. He may only occupy maybe a couple hundred acres in the summer, where if he's in a pretty low deer population come rut, he may cover 3-4 square miles with no problem at all. So you could hunt in an area and all of a sudden there's this monster buck there. You never had any indication of seeing him before or seeing his presence, but he might just suddenly show up. That's a possibility. Now, others in a more structured society with a proper female social group and the age-structured male society, I think it's more set and more permanent. That buck is more inclined to use the same breeding ground year after year. He's not likely to go that far. If there are enough does in his area, he may be very content just to work it over very intensively and stay right there. So the behavior is going to depend upon deer density, buck density, and buck age. What you see or don't see is going to tell you a lot, believe me.